welcome to Coach's Corner with Jay, featuring the Noles head coach, Jay Circosta, and our host, Lance LaFollette.
If you're around others that smoke, you are at rest.
Sitting behind someone who is smoking in a stadium for 3 hours is the same thing as a non-smoker smoking 1 cigarette. Riding in a car with somebody who is smoking with the windows rolled up for 1 hour is the same as a non-smoker smoking 4 cigarettes.
And sitting in the non-smoking section of a restaurant is just like smoking 1.5 cigarettes.
Your choice leaves us no choice.
To learn how to protect yourself and others from secondhand smoke, call Monroe County Tobacco Use Prevention and Control at 472-1677. For over 100 years, Bauer Turner Furniture has been serving our community with quality furniture and bedding. After a big day, kick back and relax in a dual recliner sofa, or choose from living room suites featuring couches with comfy armchairs or matching recliners. Then pick the perfect coffee table and tables and lamp to suit your personality. Of course, they stock bedroom furniture to please the country, traditional, or contemporary decorator. Kitchen tables and chairs, hutches, entertainment centers, and more can be delivered to your home this week. So stop by Bauer Turner Furniture today.
Good evening and welcome to Coach's Corner. Week 3 is in the books, and what a week it was. 35-8, big victory over county rival the River Pilots. Coach, congratulations, win number 247, all-time Valley record. Something you can be proud of. I know the people of Woodsfield and Monroe Central are proud of it, so congratulations.
Well, thank you, Lance. It was a great night. Number one, we got our 3rd win in a row, and that really satisfied me in the fact that we were behind for the 3rd straight week in a row, and these kids showed what they're made out of, and they came back in a close ball game in the first half, and they opened things up and got a 35-8 win. Win number 247, as I told many of the media and a lot of other people, that's not a record that just belongs to myself. That's a record that belongs to a lot of different people, and a lot of different people shared in that, and you were one of them, Lance, being one of the ex-football players that played for me over the years. I mentioned back in 1998 when I got the 200th win, there were probably about 300 players that had played at Woodsfield or Monroe Central, and now that number probably gets closer to 400, and probably around 30-some coaches. So without the players and without the coaches, without my family and without the entire support of the community, it would not have been possible. So it was an effort by everybody, and it was a goal that was achieved and can be shared by a lot of different people, and something to really be proud of, because it was kind of a team effort all the way through.
Well, I'll tell you what, week 3 started out just the same as weeks 1 and 2 in that the defense made things happen. Coach Sherman doing a great job with the defense. A lot of question marks this year with a lot of new faces and new positions, and the Seminoles again took advantage of a turnover early in the game to get things going.
Well, you're right. Coach Sherman always puts together an excellent defensive plan or package, and this past week was no exception against River. They had a big physical football team, and we knew they were going to run the ball, and we had to stop the run. They had one drive, and they punched the ball in the end zone one time, but other than that, our defense did an outstanding job, limiting them to 1 touchdown, 8 points. As I mentioned, the thing that I was proud of, our young men were behind, and they came back. I thought we got a big lift right before the half when we got a touchdown after being up 7-0, taking advantage of one of their turnovers. They went ahead 8-7 by scoring and going for 2, and it was that way until the final seconds of the first half, and Dexter Hughes threw an excellent pass, an excellent catch by David Spielman, and I might add that our offensive line's been doing an outstanding job of pass blocking, and we got on the board, and that was a big lift and momentum right before the half. And other than the fact that our kids committed a lot of mistakes, we had 2 touchdowns called back. We had too many penalties. I think we had 10 or 11 penalties for a total of about 80 yards, and we can't continue to do that and expect to win. We have to eliminate those penalties. A lot of them were stupid mistakes, and we need to cut down on our penalties and eliminate a lot of those, and I think that'll help us tremendously. But we put a little more offense on, a little more points on the board, and played pretty sound defense, and when you do that, you have a great opportunity to win.
Well, week 1, I believe we had 78 total yards. Week 2, we did a little better. And basically, week 2 was because we were able to put the ball on the ground and go down the field. Same thing happened this past week. The running game opened up and enabled Dexter to get some time and throw the ball?
Well, the ground game is extremely important, and, that is something we've always said, that the running game or the rushing game is first and foremost, and that's something that'll never change. And once we establish the run the way we want to establish the run, which we haven't really done yet, then the passing game, I think, will come, and they'll complement each other. But we do definitely need to do better, even a better job at our running attack, and we've got to put some more yardage up. We've got to control the ball a little bit more. Again, like in the first game, we took advantage of a short field. First touchdown, we took advantage of a short field because of the turnover and put 7 points on the board. But we got to sustain those drives, and we got to get that running game going in full gear, and that'll help us tremendously offensively.
Okay. One of those running backs we're talking about, John Newhart, had a couple nice runs, scored a touchdown. We're going to take a quick break and come back and talk with him right after this.
Helen Keller once said, "Worse than being blind would be to be able to see but not have any vision."
Francis Sonny Block wants to preserve and grow local business and encourage new industry.
We cannot change the past, but together we can shape our future.
He'll work hard to serve all Monroe County citizens and meet the needs of every community.
If I was old enough to vote, I would vote for my grandpa.
Hi, I'm Bill Reesbeck. You heard me talk many times about how we offer you the best variety at the best possible price every day. And we do it with no cards, no gimmicks, no hassle. Just like you, we're working to get the most we can for the money we spend. So if these things are important to you, come home to Reesbeck's. We'll even add customer service as we continue what Grandma started over 70 years ago.
Why buy it and store it when you can just ask Woodsfield True Value for the tools and equipment you need for your next project? Rent that auger, log splitter, 40-foot extension ladder, or pressure washer just in time for fall chores. If you need earth-moving equipment, hand tools, party supplies, lawn and garden tools, or stuff for automotive care, concrete work, plumbing, and so much more, help is just around the corner at Just Ask Rental, Woodsfield True Value.
We're joined now by number 33, John Newhart, running back on offense, linebacker on defense. John, we'll start with the defensive side of the ball first. Played linebacker, not exceptionally big for a linebacker, and you seem to be around the ball all the time. Do you find it difficult with how big you are there?
Well, Lance, you got to play aggressive basically, and I've been playing for a long time and just been able to get a lot of reps in there, and we have good coaches give us the opportunity to give good reads in there, and you just got to come up and make the play.
You had an interception there, first part of the game. Take us back through that and what exactly happened there.
Well, it was just they were down in the red zone, and we were sitting there, and they tried to run a screenplay, and he obviously didn't see me, and I just couldn't even believe he threw the pass because it was just right to me, and luckily I just made the catch and got a couple yards.
Offensive side of the ball, sharing a lot of time with Tyler Graham in the backfield and Sean Jors, Stephen Habick, several quality running backs there, so your carries are going to be limited. You were able to get the ball into the end zone with one carry and had several other nice carries through the game. Let's go to the touchdown. Tell me exactly what that was.
Well, it's through basically the first half and the third quarter and everything, basically gave the ball to Tyler and Stephen, and I was blocking a lot of time, and that's just something a lot of times we have to do just to get the win and stuff. And Coach gave me the opportunity to get the ball and just prove what I could do with it, and just had to drive it down there and put it in.
Coach, 3-0 start this year, and you listen to John talk, and he says 2 or 3 times in there things that relate to the team. That's part of why you're 3-0 right now.
That's exactly right, Lance, and that's exactly what it takes to be 3-0. And John, having not played last year, was a little bit rusty coming in, but he's picking up on things and doing a nice job for us. And you mentioned about his size on defense. He's not real big, but big enough to play a linebacker position, tough enough to play a linebacker position. Probably a true position on defense for John would be a strong safety, but we need linebackers in there, so we ask him to step up and play that position inside, and he's getting better and better each week and starting to read things a little better, and I see a big improvement in John from our first scrimmage to our third game, so hopefully he can continue to improve. Offensively, as you mentioned, we've got several guys that can carry the ball. Right now, Tyler probably has the most carries of any of our running backs. John's getting more and more carries all the time. John's got excellent speed, probably one of the quickest guys we have on the team, if not the quickest, and he hasn't had an opportunity to maybe get a lot of daylight or get a lot of open running room, but when he does, he can go. And he had a couple nice cutback runs, as did Tyler, on our sweeps this past Friday against River. So we're hoping he can continue to do that, and those guys can complement each other and do the job that they need to do, whether it be blocking, whether it be catching passes, or whether it be running the football. And as I mentioned, we need to improve our running game, and John's going to be a big key to that. So hopefully we can get him the ball a little more, and he can do what he does best, and that's show some of his speed.
Okay. John, Caldwell this week, it's homecoming, so you're always going to have all that hype that goes with it. What can you tell me right up front about Caldwell so far?
Well, they're an 0-3 team, but as we've watched the tapes and everything, and as coach has been telling us all week, just stressing to us that they're not, just because they're 0-3, that doesn't mean anything. They play a lot of good ball clubs, and they're still an excellent football team, and we just got to come out and be ready and just play hard every week.
Okay, well, keep up that good work, and good luck this week.
Thank you, Lance.
We're going to come right back and talk with Sean Jors after this.
A good football team works together, helping each other to do their best. A good insurance agency works together too, showing you the best coverage for you and your family. The F.W. Shoemaker Insurance Agency represents several companies, so you benefit from personally designed coverage for your home, autos, or business. Talk to one of their agents about all your insurance needs, including life insurance and annuities. As they continue to look out for your future, F.W. Shoemaker Agency is celebrating over 100 years of service. The Seminoles and F.W. Shoemaker Agency, two winning traditions.
When we first opened our doors in 1929, Marietta Memorial Hospital marked the beginning of a commitment to healthcare in our community. From the start, the vision of compassionate care has been the standard for all that we do. Through the years, Marietta Memorial has been a leader in our community with advancements in both patient care and technology. As we celebrate our 75th anniversary, we continue that commitment, working to make a measurable difference in the health of the community where we live and work.
Joined now by number 20, Sean Jors, wingback on offense and a free safety on defense. Sean, a lot of experience last year on that defensive side of the ball. It's free safety and actually got some playing time on the offensive side, but want to start with defense. Lost a lot of guys there last year. How difficult has it been to get our defense where it's at to this point?
Oh, it's been pretty tough, Lance. I mean, we lost a lot of good, valuable seniors last year, but this year a lot of guys, they started out slow a little bit, but they picked it up pretty well, and our defense is starting to come together. Everybody's doing real well.
You've caught several passes over the last 2 years. Caught one the other evening from Tyler Graham. Touchdown Tyler, not the quarterback though. Take us through that play, exactly what happened there.
Well, that was a 38 halfback pass, and it worked real well because we've been running the sweep all night, and the corners started coming up on that to try to make the tackle, which kind of left the end zone, my route, wide open. And Tyler made a good throw in the line, did a great job blocking. They've been doing a good job pass blocking all year. We just made the throw, made a good catch. It's cool.
I talked to John there earlier, Caldwell this week. Running game, throwing game. What can you tell me that's going to be needed to look at the most?
Oh, I'd say, both. Caldwell's they have good runners in their running back Lazier, and they have a different defense, but, we'll have to work hard to pick up on it. We'll just do what we can.
Coach Sean's come up big the last couple of years, a lot of big plays in different games, touchdown the other night, and he's sort of that steadying force there on defense for you.
Well, Sean's one of our experienced players we have back. He gained a lot of valuable experience last year, especially on the defensive side of the ball at free safety, as you mentioned, Lance, and he also played in the backfield. Sean didn't get a lot of carries last year. He hasn't got a lot of carries this year. How many carries he'll get, I don't know, but You hit upon one thing that Sean is extremely valuable in, the fact that he's got excellent hands, he can catch the football, and we need to try to get the ball to him, throwing the ball to him a little bit more on the offensive side of it. And like I say, he's got excellent hands, and he can catch the football. He's just an outstanding young man. He's got a great attitude, and he doesn't say much. He does whatever it needs to be done as far as the team is concerned, and that's what's important. But he's one of our senior leaders, along with John, and these are guys that, we're counting on heavily.
Okay. Sean, you guys are out of the gate at 3-0. Any doubt in your mind coming into the season you'd be 3-0 at this point?
I mean, it's kind of unexpected. I mean, a lot of people, I really don't think, expected us to be 3-0, but I mean, we knew we could do it as long as we worked hard, and that's where we stand right now.
Okay, well, it doesn't get any easier this week, so prepare hard and give us a good one. We're going to take a quick break and come back and look at some highlights of last week's game against the River Pilots.
McDonald's of Woodsfield is not just great food and lots of fun, it's a vital part of our community. Perla and Dell strongly believe in supporting our kids, both in school and in extracurricular activities. That's why McDonald's is proud to be the exclusive halftime sponsor for the Monroe Central Seminoles. They're happy to support our players, cheerleaders, and band. After the game, celebrate at McDonald's. I'm loving it. Since 1887, folks have trusted Woodsfield Savings Bank with their financial needs. So when you need someone to lead you with your financial decisions, come to the friendly folks at Woodsfield Savings Bank where customers count. Because of your busy schedule, we offer a drive-through and night deposit box, as well as convenient parking, direct deposit, and automatic payments. The folks at Woodsfield Savings Bank truly believe that making an investment in our kids brings the biggest return to our community.
Start the highlights off defensively. Chad Burkhart and Chris Jeffers come in to make a quarterback's sack.
Yeah, number 79 on this side, Chad Burkhart, defensive tackle. Number 50, Chris Jeffers, get rid of their men offensively, and they do a nice job combining on the, converging on the back from River to do an excellent defensive job.
Special teams play here. Sean Joris returns the punt for the Seminoles.
Well, in the first 3 games, Lance, we didn't do a real good job catching the ball on punts and getting ball returned. Right here, Sean George, number 20, does a nice job coming up and fielding the ball, makes a couple nice moves here and gets us in good field position at the 35-yard line.
Tyler Graham jumps on the fumble here on the punt.
Well, we said special teams are extremely important here. David Spielman, who's done an excellent job for us kicking, boots the ball deep in their territory, and they turn the ball over, and right there's number 22, Tyler Graham, picks up on the ball, and we're in great field position, knocking on their goal line.
Very next play, Seminoles capitalize with Tyler Graham taking it in for the score.
Only takes us one play here to punch it in the end zone. We go off the right side on an ISO, giving the ball to Tyler Graham. He races to the corner. There he bounces it outside, now it runs everybody into the end zone, eludes a couple tacklers, and takes it in for a touchdown.
Here we have a defensive play, several Seminoles getting in on the action.
Nice job by the defense here, Lance. You'll see they try to go off the left side. They got a double wing in there, powered off the left side, and we get a lot of pressure from a lot of different guys in there. You see Sean Joris, Nick Billman, Victor Neville. They all converge in there to make the tackle.
Number 81, David Spielman, makes the catch here from a pass from Dexter Hughes.
Yeah, we had a penalty on this play, but an excellent play here. Nice throw by Dexter on the run, and a nice catch by David Spielman. He does something with it after he makes a catch. Makes a nice move in there and takes it upfield.
22, Tyler Graham makes some nice cuts on this run.
You know, we lined up a power I formation here to the left, and we'll go off the left side to Tyler Graham and make some nice little moves here, inside, outside, and picks up some nice yardage.
Here Dexter Hughes hooks up with Sean Joris on the pass play.
Well, we run our split in on out and up, and we bring Sean actually hooked up in the middle here, and Dexter finds Sean, turns back to the inside. As we mentioned, Sean's got good hands. He makes a nice catch and hangs on to the football.
Here with less than a minute to go in the half, Hughes hooks up with Spielman, 21 yards and a touchdown.
Well, the shotgun formation is a beautifully thrown ball here by Dexter Hughes. He drops back, got great protection, lays it out just exactly where it needs to be, and David makes a fine catch in the end zone for a touchdown. A big score and a big momentum builder right before the half.
Seminoles go up 7 here with the 2-point conversion.
Now, by them going for 2 earlier, forced us to go for 2 here, and we do another nice job of going out of the power I, running a toss sweep to the right side, and Tyler again outruns everybody into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Puts us up 15-8 going in at halftime.
Seminole defense comes up big again. John Newhart with the interception.
Here they try to throw the football out to their right, and John Newhart's right there. He reads this play all the way. He's actually 1 step from taking this all the way in. Right here, the defender grabbed him around the ankle. Otherwise, he gets a step, he's gone.
Tyler Graham picks up good yardage on the sweep.
Now we got a wing to the left here, and we'll bring him in motion to the right and toss sweep to this side, and Tyler Graham does a nice job of finding some running room outside here. He'll take off, break to the outside, turn on the speed right there, and pick up a big first down.
4th quarter action now. Tyler Graham around left end for big yardage.
They run out of the wing left here with an eye backfield, toss the ball to Tyler Graham, and he kind of picks his hole and accelerates right here and turns in a nice offensive play.
Here John Newhart sweeps left end for more big yardage.
Yeah, John lining up the tailback position now, the wing eye this way, the wing, and toss sweep again this side. John does a nice job of stepping, cutting inside right here, gets a couple nice blocks, and does a nice job getting the ball upfield. Great game there.
Number 13, Dexter Hughes hooking up number 81, David Spielman for a first down.
Go out route here. We'll line up in the slot eye to the left, and Dexter will drop, quick drop, throw the ball out to David. David makes a nice catch, and then gets a few yards after the catch.
Tyler Graham throwing the ball this time. Sean George for the touchdown.
Well, here we've been running sweep, 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 right and left. This time we'll fake the sweep action, toss the ball to Tyler Graham, and he throws the ball deep to Sean George, and George is all alone in the end zone, makes a nice catch, falling back in the end zone for a touchdown.
Several of the fans in the bleachers in front of the press box had a good view of this, Coach. 4th down here, doesn't look like he made it.
Well, 4th down and short, and there's no way he made this. Terrible spot. Here we get a good acceleration, good charge. We got several red jerseys around the ball. He never even got close to getting back to the line of scrimmage, and they marked it up and gave him a first down. We'll take another look at that, in fact, in slow motion, maybe, so you can see it a little better.
John Newhart, number 33, comes in to put the pressure on the River quarterback.
Excellent defensive play here. Watch number 33, John Newhart, coming out here on the left, and then also get help from Chris Jeffers on the other side. Excellent play by those 2 young men, and the ball goes to the ground.
Midway through the 4th quarter, Seminoles still working that outside.
Now, a nice piece of running here by Tyler Graham. He'll come off the left side. We get a couple nice blocks up front. He follows his blocking real well, sees a little daylight right there and finds a crease, turns it up inside, and knocked out of bounds for a big game.
Hughes pitches to Newhart. He cuts back and picks up nice yardage.
Run the sweep again. John starts out to the left, but sees there's no room here. Does an excellent job stopping, cutting back, steps over top of one guy, and gets the ball down inside the 10-yard line.
After getting the Noles close on the last run, Newhart takes it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
Running out of the wishbone formation, and here John will take it off the right side. Nice push in there by Eddie McConnell. John takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Curtis Merrick on the hold from Sean George kicks another extra point through.
Well, here we get a good snap, get a good hold by Sean George, and Curtis booms it through.
3 interceptions in 3 weeks for Victor Neville. This one to put the Seminoles scoring finishing touches.
Now Victor comes up big here defensively. You get good pressure from the backside of number 50, Chris Jeffers. He hits the quarterback as he's throwing the ball. Victor picks it off and takes it in for a nice move here at the end. He dives in for a touchdown.
Victor Neville, number 40.
Time now from the Citizens National Bank Play of the Week.
Central driving Hughes in a shotgun formation. Goes back to pass. Looking for Spielman.
There it is.
He's got it in the end zone.
Touchdown.
I'll tell you what, that was neat. Very good concentration by David Spielman.
Yes, it was.
Nice, beautiful pass there by Dexter Hughes. And, Bjorn?
The Citizens National Bank of Woodsfield, home-owned and independently operated since 1933. Your community bank. Our officers, directors, and staff are dedicated to customer and community service. We reinvest your deposit dollars locally. So remember, banking with us is not only good for you, but it's good for your community. Citizens National Bank of Woodsfield, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We'll be right back to take a look at this week's opponent, the Caldwell Redskins.
Traditions, the handing down of customs from one to another, and Woodsfield's newest restaurant. Chris and Joe Hoff are keeping the tradition of great food and special recipes you've always enjoyed at the Marathon and taking it to their new location on the square. Traditions offers Chris's famous Caesar sandwich and marinated steaks every day. You gotta taste the rotisserie chicken and ribs served Friday and Saturday evenings. So start a new family tradition when you experience the new, relaxing, full-service restaurant, Traditions.
What's that supposed to be? That's a car Spinky has the image done. That's not a car, that's a piece of junk. I don't know where this hammer, ow! Oh, brother. I have a great idea. Better done it, don't Ford. Yeah! I'm not going to take them Ford!
I'm not buying till I check Tom Ford.
This week's opponent, the Caldwell Redskins. They come to town 0-3. It's homecoming week, and Coach, I'll tell you, it's got to be a nightmare to get a team like Caldwell coming in, because taking a look at what they've done, they haven't won a ball game, but they've played 3 quality opponents and given them all a dogfight.
Well, Lance, I'll tell you what, they're probably the best 0-3 team around. I know they were expecting an outstanding year this year, and they're just inches away from putting this all together. They could very easily have at least 2 wins in their first 3 ball games. They lost 3 very close ball games. They opened up the season and they lost to Crooksville team. It's 2-1, 14-9 in a close ball game. Second week of the season, they lost to a good Buckeye Trail team, 20-13. That game could have gone their way. On the final play of the game, their receiver was knocked out of bounds 6 inches short of the goal line, or that game would have been tied, or possibly they could have even gone for 2 and won that game. And then last week, they lost another tough game, 22-15, to a very improving Barnesville football team. So they're a lot better, Caldwell, than what their record 0-3 indicates, and I know they'll come over here fired up and ready to play football. To date, they've scored 37 points on offense, 12.3 average per game. On defense, they've given up 56, 18.6 average per game. But they have some people that can run the football. They're experimenting and now have gone to a new quarterback, and he can run the ball. He's a big young man, and he can also throw the ball. He can see the field real well. So, again, we got our work cut out for us defensively. Even though we've done a good job in the first 3 games, it's going to be another challenge.
Well, the experience, like you say, they bring a lot of that to the table, and speed. I happened to see one of the kids in track season all year long, the Lazier, plays running back, and he's put up some impressive stats. He can fly.
Yes, he can, and people remember him from last year. You know, he broke a touchdown run against us last year over there and had it called back because of a penalty, and then he broke a kickoff and he went the distance. And we told our kids last year, and we were quicker last year than we are this year, and we had some speed in the secondary. We told those guys, if he gets loose, nobody's going to catch him. And we've told him the same thing this year. If he gets loose, no one's going to catch him, because he's got, as you mentioned, track speed, and he can go the distance. And they like to get the ball to him on the quick pitches. He's number 88. He's a senior, 5'10", 160 pounds. Another guy they like to go to is their fullback. He's a big, strong young man, senior, number 34, Corey Archer, 5'10", 200 pounds, and they like to run him off tackle and bang him in there on the inside. Their quarterback, I mentioned, is a guy that started out as a wide receiver, number 80. That's why he wears number 80, Mike Bettinger. He's 6'5", 210, a senior. They moved him from a wide out in a quarterback, and I think he's set at that position probably for the rest of the season. In fact, they just flip-flopped players. They put Kent Radcliffe, who was their quarterback, number 13, out of the wide receiver. And a guy they like to go to quite a bit, the other wide receiver is number 12, Zeb Holloway. He's a 5'9", 150-pound junior. You also see him carry the ball on the counters or reverses and misdirection type plays. They got a big tight end in Michael Jeffrey. He's 6'2", 230, number 85, a junior. And the guys inside are predominantly seniors with one sophomore, but Matt Ogle's their center, number 56, senior, 5'10", 190. One guard is Derek Snyder, a senior, 5'8", 175, number 68. Number 74 at the other guard is Jason Ramage, a senior, 5'8", 200. And at the tackles, two big guys, Jared Ramage, Jason's brother, 6'1", 250, number 75. And the other tackle was a big guy, senior Chase Garvin, 6 foot 240, number 52. So they run out of an I backfield. They'll run out of a pro backfield. They'll run out with a split end and an offset backfield. And they like to run the quick toss and get that ball to Lazier and utilize his speed. So definitely a challenge for our defensive unit.
Okay. Flipping over to the other side of the ball now, we talked there before we came on camera as far as what to expect from them. I know probably a lot of the same names and faces in there, but a bit of a different alignment this week.
Yes, they play, as you see here, a very unusual defense, Lance. I don't know exactly what they call it. They may call it a 5-3. Basically, we call it a 3-5 because if you look, they already have three down men. This tackle right here is down, this middle guard is down, and this tackle here is down. The other guys are all up. The defensive ends, which we refer to them as, and all these linebackers are all in a standing, and I might add, a moving position. That's why we've got the arrows drawn here, because these linebackers will jump and move. This middle linebacker may come straight ahead or play it straight up, and then he might come in this A gap, he might come in this A gap. This linebacker might come inside between the guard and the tackle. He might go outside between the tackle and the end. They bring these guys kind of hard upfield. They bring the outside linebackers hard upfield. So basically, there's a lot of people standing here, and these guys move around quite a bit. Makes it kind of difficult for offensive linemen not being in a down or set position to really actually set in on these guys. But it's a little different look, something we don't see all the time. So we're going to have to do a good job, especially picking up these linebackers who are moving and jumping and taking gaps at all times. These three guys in here are nice-sized young men. This guy that plays the middle guard, Jason Ramage, 74. He's a senior, 5'8", 200 pounds. This tackle over here, these are a couple different guys. Chase Garvin, 6 foot 240. And the other guy they use in that position is Jared Ramage. He's also a big guy, 6'1", 250. Over here they use their fullback, Corey Archer, 5'10", 200 pounds. At this defensive end, what we call defensive end, is number 2, Zach Hupp. And at this defensive end over here is number 88, Brian Lazier. And then they got the linebackers in there, Trey Shell, Joe Smith, and Derek Snyder. In the secondary, they've got the corners, Travis Thompson, Zeb Holloway, and Lee Dimmerly. But these guys up front are the guys that we're going to have to do a good job on in order to get the running game going.
Well, and you're probably looking at the same thing that we faced in the past a lot of years. Until we show that we can throw the ball, they're going to stack the box, and that looks exactly like what they're doing.
We're going to look at 8 guys on the defensive line, probably a majority of the time, and they're kind of challenge you to throw the ball. We need to do a better job of play action, something that we've been working with, and we also need to do a good job of protecting the quarterback and be able to throw the ball to get him out of that 8-man front. So basically that's what we're looking at. Doesn't mean we won't be able to run the football. Hopefully we can, but we also have to be able to throw the ball.
I know you're gung-ho for the home team, rah-rah school and everything every year, but this homecoming game, it's an important game from the fan standpoint. It always makes it tough from a coach's standpoint, though.
Well, usually there's a lot of things that surround the homecoming. What we've always told our young men, and you can remember, Lance, when you played, that basically the team's responsibility and job is to win the football game, and no homecoming is complete without the game being won, and that's the main purpose, and that's the primary goal, and that's what our young men have to direct their attention to. When you get all caught up in all the other hoopla and everything that surrounds it, and you take your mind off the game, that's when you usually have problems. So we know we'll have our work cut out for them, even though they're 0-3. We're treating them and preparing for them just like we did the first 3 opponents that we faced, and we know they'll come over here and they'll be ready to play football.
Okay. A lot of activities going on, a lot of winners from last week. We'll go over those when we come back.
Monroe County Help Me Grow is fun and free to pregnant women and families with children from birth to 3. We provide playgroups where children learn to play together. Help Me Grow reaches out with a variety of services and information specific to each family's needs. Home visits emphasize child development, parent-child interaction, a developmental screening, and a newborn home visit conducted by a registered nurse. Call Help Me Grow, a division of the Monroe County Health Department, at 472-0852. We're more than a bank. We're more than a savings and loan. We're a part of your hometown, and we can offer you low rates on your next auto loan, home equity, or home improvement loan. Visit one of our convenient locations.
Community is our middle name. Ohio Valley Community Credit Union.
Winners last week on the sideline report. Started out, Dave Prickett was the winner at the first quarter. That was followed by Kay Brooks. 3-time winner last week, so congratulations, Kay. Don't let Charlie have any of that. Terry Elliott, big winner last week, had to draw 2 numbers because the first one wasn't claimed, and Terry Elliott had the winning ticket, quite a bit of money, $600+ on that, so congratulations, Terry. Didn't find out who the game ball winner was last week, so get to me, I'll try to get your name on next week. As we said, homecoming, the game will be replayed on TV6 at 11 a.m. Saturday morning. A lot of festivities going on. There will be a parade before the game. The Queen candidates will be introduced, and then at halftime, the crowning ceremony. Sausage sandwiches, in case Tina Miller was wondering, we still have those down at the park before the game, so bring the family out for dinner. Coach, this time of year we start to get a few fundraisers going on, and I believe the football moms have one started.
Yeah, we have a big fundraiser coming up for the football moms, Lance, and that's their annual home store, which is always a very nice thing to get involved in. That will take place on Sunday, October the 3rd. Along with that home store, they're going to have a pancake breakfast from 10 to 1 at St. Sylvester's Elementary. The pancake breakfast, it will be $5 per person, and the home store will take place from 1 to 5, and tickets for that are also $5. So for $10 you can get breakfast, you can go on the home store, and tickets will be on sale. So support the football moms by going on the home store. If you want to see the football moms prior to that to get your tickets, you can do so. I'm sure there will be a release in the paper before too long of some of the homes that are going to be on the tour, but it's always a very nice thing at this time of the year.
Okay. Well, Coach, one final time, congratulations on win number 247 last week. Good luck on 248 this week.
Well, thanks, Lance, and I'm kind of glad in a way that that's kind of out of the road. I didn't want that to kind of draw the attention of and overshadow the fact that this is the kids' season, as I told many of the news media, and we're going to do everything we can each week to prepare for the upcoming opponent. These kids have got a tremendous start, 3-0, and we hope they keep it going and work real hard at that, because they're a good group of young men. They've worked hard, and they deserve everything they get.
Okay. Well, everyone, 7:30 tomorrow night, get out here and support your Seminoles. Good night, everyone.